wonderful platform, Beam Meditation, to hear a message from a great master, which comes from the book Messages from 40 Masters. And all these messages are from 40 great enlightened masters, and these messages were received by Master C.Aruna in the form of auto writing. And today's message is from Master Ekalavya. So, a small background about Master Ekalavya. Master Ekalavya lived about 5,000 years ago in ancient India, and he was a contemporary to Pandavas and Kauravas, who are famous princes, and they belong to a royal family in Hastinapura, which is the capital of Kuru kingdom. So these princes took guidance from their. These princes were cousins, and that means the Pandavas and Kauravas. And Pandavas were the sons of the great king Pandu Raja, King Pandu, and his brother was elder to him. He is Dhritarashtra, and he was blind. Since his elder brother was blind, the ruling was given to Pandu, King Pandu. So always King Dhritarashtra used to feel very bad and jealous about him not getting the opportunity to rule just because of his handicapness or physical challenge. So he always wanted his sons to rule the kingdom. So he used to wait for the opportunity. And all these children of Pandu and children of Dhritarashtra were sent to learn archery and all the knowledge regarding administration, all the knowledge of all the soul knowledge, everything under the guidance of a great teacher, Dronacharya. Dronacharya was considered to be the great teacher of that time because he was very skillful in teaching students. He was extremely talented, and whoever learned from the teacher Dronacharya used to become a great master in warfare and also in the administration of the kingdom. He used to give, he was quite equipped in giving complete knowledge. So all these students, Pandavas and Kauravas, were being trained near Dronacharya, and at that same time in the forest comes Ekalavya, and Ekalavya belongs to tribe, and Ekalavya's father was a king of the tribes. His name was Hiranadhanu, and Hiranadhanu, it seems, was Hiranadhanu adopts Ekalavya, that was being told, and Hiranadhanu wanted Ekalavya to be a very good administrator to the tribes. So after him, he wanted his son Ekalavya to be the master and good leader of the tribes, so that he can take good care of the tribes. So Ekalavya was also very interested in gaining the knowledge of warfare and administration. He wanted the whole of the knowledge of administration. And the story goes like this. He wanted to become a student of Guru Dronacharya, teacher Dronacharya. He goes to Dronacharya, but he faces insult because he belongs to the tribes, and the sect or the clan to whom he belongs, but considered as a lower caste, lower sect in the society. So, saying that reason, teacher Dronacharya rejects uh, Master Ekalavya. He says that you are not eligible to learn or gain knowledge from me. And this is only the structure. And further, a wonderful story is being told by Master Ekalavya himself, and we can get to know the whole story through the message while reading the message. This is a long message, but it is very interesting. I believe that it will not be boring, and please, I request you all to please bear with this and give some time and to listen to the message. And before going to the message, we will meditate together so that we can become ready to hear the message from the great master and connect to his consciousness. He is an enlightened master of that time, and a wonderful, wonderful master. And I really, right from my childhood, I used to admire this master, hearing the story. And further in the story, it so happens when Master Dronacharya rejects to teach him, this boy Ekalavya creates an idol of his guru Dronacharya, and he um, mm, practices all that what he wanted to learn by himself, just thinking about his guru and connecting mentally, or connecting with his soul to the guru's consciousness, to the master's consciousness, the teacher's consciousness, Dronacharya's consciousness. And he learns everything, whatever he wanted to learn, though in person the master rejects him. So, right from my childhood, I used to admire this character a lot. So now I got this opportunity, precious opportunity, to share about Master Ekalavya and listen to his message, his words directly. So, yes, friends, let us get ready to hear to that great enlightened master. And before that, we will meditate. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nilma, I request you to play the music, please, for a few minutes. Thank you.
Last 1 minute, masters. Slowly bring back your awareness. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Now slowly place your palms over your eyes for a few seconds. And once you're ready, you may remove your hands and you may open your eyes. And please have a glass of water, my dear friends. Welcome back.
Thank you, friends. Before going into the message, I would like to tell the meaning of a few words which occur in this message to make it more intelligible. So here we will hear about the word Gurukulam. Gurukulam is like is a place. Gurukulam is a place where in ancient times in India, uh, students used to go there and live there for years together until they complete their education, until they complete all-round education, especially the children of the king or the princess used to go there, prince and princesses used to go there and take their education, be there for years together, complete their education, and then come back to their home. So that is Gurukulam, dear friends. And here Dronacharya, he is the teacher of Pandavas and Kauravas, and he's a great teacher. And under this teacher, our master Ekalavya wanted to undergo his education, but he couldn't get the education, and the story we'll be hearing in this message. And Ashwathama is teacher Dronacharya's son, and here we hear uh, Shiva and Brahma. In ancient, in Hindu mythology, Shiva is the god who balances all this creation, and Brahma is considered to be the god of creation according to Hindu mythology, the creator. And Saraswati, this goddess, is considered to be the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. And her alternative self, Sharada Devi, she is also considered to be the goddess of wisdom and knowledge because she is the alternative self to goddess Saraswati. So here another word, Mahabharata war. Mahabharata is the name of a war, and according to the war, the name of the war, there is an epic named Mahabharata. This is considered to be the great epic, very great and very famous epic in Hindu mythology. Here, in the war Mahabharata, Mahabharata or Kurukshetra war, they usually call here two groups of cousins, Pandavas and Kauravas. They are the sons of Pandu and Dhritarashtra, who are brothers, and they fight among themselves for the kingdom. And this is about all these words come in this message. So I just wanted you all to make yourself comfortable with these words if they are new to you, friends. So now the message is as follows, and this message is from the book Messages from 40 Masters. And all these messages from 40 great enlightened masters were received by Master C.Aruna uh, in the form of auto writing. And Master C.Aruna is a wonderful pyramid master who belonged to PSSM, Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. And now she received this message on 9th August 1994, 11:45 a.m. So, messages from Ekalavya, and the message is as follows. Many people know very little about me. It is a fact that I gave away my right hand thumb as my guru's fee. But you all know only a part of the story. Today, through this book, I would like to tell you about meditation and myself. I belong to a small tribal kingdom of which we were rulers. My father was a great warrior king of our tribe. Before he was killed, he felt that unless I was much more proficient as a warrior, I could not rule or look after my people well. So, he wanted me to be trained more, not only as a warrior, but also to go to a Gurukulam and learn many aspects of administration and self realization. All the people of my tribe were apprehensive about my ambitious plans and wanted me to avoid them. But having learned about the advantages of being an able ruler, I wanted to equip myself fully. With this understanding of wanting to help my people better, I started on my journey and went to Guru Dronacharya. I had some affection towards Ashwathama and his mother, as we had been quite acquainted with each other by then. Still, it was the first time that I was going to meet Dronacharya. By the time I reached his place, I saw a lot of commotion going on about a hurt elephant from whom I managed to save Dronacharya's son. Looking at my impressive way of handling the elephant, I was immediately given admission into his place of education. I was also granted a boon to be taught all kinds of education useful for spiritual growth and upliftment of fellow beings. This also included education for my chosen field, administration. Those were the days when there were very few inhabitants where we lived, and our forest was fully habituated with the most ferocious animals. So, taming any type of animal was my basic talent and hobby. I could tame and pacify even a hungry lion or a tiger. Anything about animals was an easy job for me. In contrast, for the other disciples of my guru, it was difficult to even think of taming an animal. Anyhow, I did have an advantage over the other people. That an overwhelmed guru gives anything to a disciple in a, is a general rule. True to his nature, Dronacharya wanted to impart to me everything he knew. But Arjuna, obsessed by his desire to be the only student that his master most loved, could not even think of anyone except himself. Immediately, being unable to digest the importance that his master was giving to me, he took his master aside and said, Sir, Have you forgotten your vow to make me the most learned student of your disciples? What happened to your vow? For every tomorrow that comes, the foundation of today has no bearing. Knowing my dedication to learn, how is it that you are not trying to just send the tribal man away? Until then, the thought of Arjuna or anyone else did not enter the mind did not enter the mind of my master. He was living in the happy moment of his son being saved. That being the situation, he was taken aback. He immediately sent me away, telling me that I was not suited or rather qualified to learn so much from him. Dejected and lost, I thought of returning home. But being a meditator, I thought I should meditate and see what I have in store for myself. I learned to meditate at the age of 7. I was about I was about 20 years old when I was sent to meet Dronacharya. So I made a mud statue, that is, molded the wet mud into a hard substance through my meditative powers and sat for meditation. I was able to contact Shiva immediately. He sent me to Brahma, and Brahma asked me to meet an alternate self of Saraswati called Sharada Devi and see if they could help me. I went astrally, that is, in meditation, to her and told her about my parents' aspiration and my interest and dedication. She immediately agreed to be my teacher, guide, and master. In the name of Master, she taught me all that Dronacharya had to teach. So, being at the grace of a master like her, I could progress a lot with my basic dedication and interest. Within just 40 days, I learned all that Arjuna learned in 7 years. Such were my capacities. And now they took a break, Master Aruna and Master Ekalavya, from 11:15 a.m. to 1:15 p.m. on that day, and they resumed again to uh, further proceed with this message from 1:15 p.m. Well, the message continues, my dear friends. Well, no one can digest another person's progress in such a short time, and Arjuna then was neither enlightened nor wise. So he was no exception. He was surprised at my progress, of which he learned very soon through his hunting dogs, whom I managed to attack the moment I heard their barking very far off. In this type of hunting, only Arjuna was made excellent. Naturally, he thought that Dronacharya taught me all this to keep his words of teaching me. But Dronacharya, with the desire not to hurt his favorite disciple, said that he would do anything to prove his favoritism. I repeat, but Dronacharya, with a desire not to hurt his favorite disciple, said that he would do anything to prove his favoritism. Hippocratic Arjuns then revealed that he hated Ekalavya for being able to hunt so well, and thus said that if he, that means in brackets Drona, was his true master, he should ask Ekalavya for his thumb so that he could never again raise a bow and arrow in his lifetime. I repeat, Hippocratic Arjuns then revealed that he hated Ekalavya for being able to hunt so well, and thus said that if he, that means in bracket Drona, was his true master, he should ask Ekalavya for his thumb so that he could never again raise a bow and arrow in his lifetime. Thoughtless Drona quickly agreed to do as Arjuna bid him without even thinking what he agreed to. This is how people lose their basic thinking capacity when they are on their ego trips. I hardly learned anything from him, but I was far more enlightened in as much as I knew that selfishness is the root cause of such behavior. I repeat this, dear friends. Thoughtless Drona quickly agreed to do as Arjuna bid him without even thinking what he agreed to do. This is how people lose their basic thinking capacity when they are on their ego trips. I hardly learned anything from him, but I was far more enlightened in as much as I knew that selfishness is the root cause of such behavior. Had my master taught everyone equally according to his capacity, he would never have been posed by such a stupid student. How did Drona not know about the future? Being a teacher, how could he typecast anyone into any category? So Drona had to pay the price for being in haste, for driving me away without imparting knowledge and taking away the most important thumb of my right hand, for which he was made to lay down his weapons during the Mahabharata war and die a miserable death. Drona was a great meditator who gave his son the boon to live eternally in the same physical body. Look what his small favoritism did to him. It made him lose his thinking and made him lose compassion towards others and sincerity towards his teaching profession, of which he was a great exponent. His style and his patience in imparting knowledge were something that was most widely spoken of. I forgave both Arjuna and Drona because I never thought that I should be doing a lot of hunting, and I only considered it important additional equipment. But since I no longer had it, I was already teaching all that I learned to my fellow beings, that is, enlightening them about all the everyday realities of life. We were very happy and content. I repeat, I forgave both Arjuna and Drona because I never thought that I should be doing a lot of hunting, and I only considered it important additional equipment. But since I no longer had it, I was already teaching all that I learned to my fellow beings, that is, enlightening them about all the everyday realities of life. We were very happy and content. The rest of the message you please take tomorrow. 1 p.m. and by the time they took the break, it was 1 p.m. and again they resumed with the message. It is 10th August 1994, 10:25 a.m. The message is as follows from Master Ekalavya. We, as a tribe, were meditators, although not excellent ones. What we lacked or did not have, I learned from Sharada Devi and started imparting and practicing meditation and enlightenment. Now, friends, I want to tell you all what we consider meditation to be. They took a break again at 10:30 p.m. They resumed this message from 2:10 p.m. Meditation is a way of functioning with your inner senses. I repeat, meditation is a way of functioning with your inner senses. I again repeat, meditation is a way of functioning with your inner senses. By shutting down your mental chattering called thoughts, you can enter into other realms of consciousness wherein you not only get knowledge, but knowledge about the other worlds and their masters, but you can also learn about your past lives. I repeat, by shutting down your mental chattering called thoughts, you can enter into other realms of consciousness wherein you not only get knowledge about the other worlds and their masters, but you can also learn about your past lives. You all may wonder, what is the knowledge about other worlds? And why is it necessary to know our past lives? It is very important to know about the other worlds through meditation because we can go into these worlds see everything that exists there, and also understand how people live, whether they are much more progressed or not, what they do eat, whether they eat or not, and also talk to the people existing there. By knowing a few of the above matters, you stand to gain more understanding of the world that you presently live in. By getting an understanding of our present life, we will gather a more balanced understanding of situations and circumstances that we encounter here in this world. Now, I would like to tell you about other lives. We have not come here for the first time, and we have had many incarnations of various kinds where we played very different roles. It is important to recollect from the past incarnations what we have learned already and try to learn new things or new aspects of life from our present life. These, in brief, are the two most important aspects of meditation. So, if any of you are already meditators, please learn these two aspects. And if you are trying to be meditators, then remember what one should learn through meditation. The most important aspect of our present incarnation, or any incarnation for that matter, is to attain understanding that is learned to live with utmost pleasure during all joyous and sorrowful moments, because these so called moments are the circumstances and situations that we have designed ourselves solely. If we cannot live in these circumstances and situations, then the present incarnation or life would be a waste for which we would have to take another incarnation with all the same existing people and situations. How can these things appear again in the same pattern? It is highly improbable because while you may have missed it, it is possible that the others might have utilized and learned from it. Can the same situation arise again? It can definitely, but only according to the rules of nature. So, it means you will have to wait for a long time to let nature take its course of activities and circumstances again. So, enlightenment or understanding in the view of a meditator means learning and knowing about every aspect of life and being perfectly in tune to understand every circumstance and every situation of life. I repeat, so, enlightenment or understanding in the view of a meditator means learning and knowing about every aspect of life and being perfectly in tune to understand every circumstance and every situation of life. I can appreciate you all only if you can learn from every individual that you come across in your life. Life is a wheel, and in this wheel of combinations, permutations, and probabilities, we may not see the same people again. So we will also not be in a position to learn from them, for they may be interested in something else and may have to come to learn a different lesson. So do not miss anyone. Learn from everyone and meditate upon other worlds and your past to get an understanding or enlightenment for your present incarnation. I repeat, so do not miss anyone. Learn from everyone and meditate upon other worlds and your past to get an understanding or enlightenment for your present incarnation. I am at present involved in the creation and mechanism of systems of situations in various worlds. Well, my small part time job on the earth is to help people who are handicapped by telling them not to get disgusted with their handicap. For learning to be with a particular handicap is a major task of your life. Learn to live absolutely normal with your handicap, whatever it might be, because you have wanted it in that particular fashion. Otherwise, you would not choose it to be so. Best of luck and good wishes. Thanks a lot, Master, for bearing with my interruptions. By the time Master C.Aruna received this message, it was 12:45 p.m. Okay. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Shrikalaji. Yes, it is very profound and lot of learning, lot of heart-touching messages, which can become a game changer in our lives if we really learn them. Right away, we can shift our consciousness just with this one message. That's what I feel, dear friends. That's what all through the message I felt the consciousness of Master Ekalavya. We all became one with him. His amazing, amazing story, his courage, his dedication, his respect towards his master, everything. He was dejected, he was rejected, he couldn't learn what he wanted to. He had all the uh, abilities to learn the great knowledge and become an enlightened master. But his soul chose this way. Without having the physical presence of the Guru, he learned so that all of us now are inspired from him to become like him and learn in the same way. We feel that we couldn't learn many things. We miss the opportunities. But hearing to his story, now we are all inspired to learn anything underneath the sky. We can do anything because, please give me a minute. He went to the master Dronacharya. He yearned to learn from him because he was a great master. He wanted to be a great leader because if he is trained in warfare, if he is trained in administration, if he is trained in various activities which are needed for a leader, then he thought that he would become a great administrator for his kingdom. And his parents also wanted him to become a great leader so that he would rule the kingdom in an efficient way. Just because of jealousy, just because of Arjuna not being enlightened, he lost the opportunity. But when he came back after the rejection, he formed an idol, and he formed a statue and of his guru, and he meditated. He thought that he is right in front of his guru. In the same way, our master Patreji also tells us that your breath is your guru, and that is the crux of the meditation technique. And if we follow that, we also will become Ekalavyas. Right away, when he sat in meditation, right away he got connected to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is according to Hindu mythology, is the master who balances all the creation. And this Lord Shiva, as and when he felt that Master Ekalavya is totally ready to receive knowledge because he wants that knowledge. He's yearning for that knowledge. So he was being given. He handed over him to Lord Brahma. According to Hindu mythology, he's the creator of all the universes, of all the worlds. And this master handed over him to Master Saraswati, who is the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. Whatever knowledge it might be, she is considered to be the goddess, and her alternative self, Sharada Devi. And that goddess imparted all the knowledge which Dronacharya could give to Ekalavya. And now he's full of knowledge and enlightenment. He went to when he met the Guru again, the Guru was pressurized by Arjuna, and he pressurizes him to demotivate Master Ekalavya in any way possible. And they catch hold of the unrighteous path. The Guru, the Master Dronacharya, asks his right thumb of the right hand of Master Ekalavya, and if the thumb is not there, he's not eligible. He's handicapped. He becomes handicapped because he can't. He can never become a great warrior because he can't pursue his archery. So, because he felt, Master Ekalavya felt that Dronacharya is his guru. He was connected mentally. In his heart, he felt that he is his guru. As and when the guru or the teacher, Dronacharya, asks his right thumb, he instantaneously gives away. That is a level of enlightenment which Master Ekalavya has. Though they are great, wise people in that kingdom, they are said to be the wise people, but they couldn't be enlightened because they took up to the unrighteous path. And enlightenment is that when we realize our godhood or divinity in ourselves. And that's what Master Ekalavya did. By that time, Arjuna was not enlightened. He didn't meditate. He was not connected with his real self, which was divine. Everybody is divine. But until and unless we calm down our mind, we can't realize our divinity. And Ekalavya sat in meditation and he calmed down. Though he was rejected, though he felt very, very bad, even then, because of meditation, he could calm himself, and then again he was focused. All his focus was upon his goal. That is the level of focus we should all learn. And if we have a goal, we should have such a focus that nothing can stop us. And here, Master Ekalavya in his message says that when we are selfish, we can fall down to any level, as Master Dronacharya and especially when the uh, warrior Arjuna went up to, and he didn't want anybody to be as famous as him. So, to be free of all the selfishness and to become enlightened, because Dronacharya has yet to attain enlightenment, because as a teacher he failed to understand that in front of him each and every student is equal, and according to their abilities he should encourage them equally. Here I want to say, and I want to express my utmost gratitude to Brahmarshi Patriji. He was a great leader who used to see each and every being equally. He used to respect each and every being equally, and he always encouraged us all to become independent. He never told that he is a guru. He made us to feel that that guru, that teacher is within us. So if we go within us with the help of our breath, natural breath, we can realize everything. We can gain all the knowledge. That's what Master Ekalavya did. That's what our master Patriji also always urged us to do. He urged us to become independent like Master Ekalavya, just with one tool, meditation. That means connecting to our normal, natural breath. So here, Master Ekalavya says that because they were not enlightened, they have fallen down to this level. But because he didn't have that greed to become the famous warrior or the topmost warrior, he wanted to make himself equipped with all the knowledge, because he wanted to become a great leader. To become a great leader, only archery is not the only one art. He has to become a great administrator. So because of his meditation, because of his enlightenment, because he was connected to great masters astrally in meditation, through meditation he uh, uh, gained all the knowledge of a great leader. And now, though he didn't have his thumb, he forgave Dronacharya, he forgave Arjuna, and he moved on to the next job, that is enlightening his tribal people, his group. He didn't keep his wisdom for himself. As in when he gained wisdom from Mother Saraswati, Mother Sharda Devi, he started sharing all the knowledge, everything. Previously, all of his group members were meditators, but they were not trained, they were not so very knowledgeable. Now, because of the wisdom he gained from Mother Sharada Devi, all that wisdom he imparted and shared to his fellow beings. And now he urges us to meditate and understand that we should, in meditation, we calm down our mind, we calm down our thoughts. And when our thoughts are calmed down, then we connect it to the other worlds, other dimensions, and we go there astrally and learn many, many things. Then how come those things are applicable for us? We can understand, compare, relate those worlds and this world, and we can analyze that now in this particular present moment, how can we implement that knowledge? and become better human beings and become more efficient. And whatever plans and goals we have taken in this incarnation, we can perform them and execute them in a fantastic way. And he also urges us in that to understand about our past lives. And with the past life knowledge, we can understand that what all we learned and all that knowledge we apply here, and what all wisdom and knowledge we have to yet to learn. And we can relate and then execute our goals in a very, very proficient way, in a very, very expertised way. And we can give and impart that knowledge to many, many people as he did, as Master Ekalavya did. And for the upcoming meditators, he says that you have to understand that meditation is to understand the present moment, present situation, present circumstances, and come what may, whatever might be the situation, be it joyous or sorrowful, we should be able to celebrate. We should be able to balance in that situation. That is the power of meditation, and that is a power we get through meditation. That is what we should always remember, that uh, understanding the present moment, understanding each and every character, each and every person whom we are being acquainted with, and each character is teaching us. We can't run away, we can't escape, we have to learn, because if we escape, that particular situation or person may not come again. And that learning, yeah, it can come, but it will take a lot of time, because it is a game of permutations and combinations. And in the natural cycle, it takes much time for the nature to give us that particular situation to learn that particular knowledge or wisdom. So now we have to um, become flexible through meditation, and we have to become good and great learners as a Master Ekalavya. And thank you so much. I request you all to please share your experiences and feelings. Thank you.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi.
I think from now on, I'll be not calling you as Auntie, rather, I'll be addressing you as Master Pavani on this session. So, such a beautiful message that you have brought to all of us, with that conviction that we need to know about the life story and what has been happened. And every time you address Master Aruna, it was always impeccable to hear, because she was the source for all of us to get this great wisdom into our lives. So always like grateful for addressing the masters. It's always important to recognize who have brought this wisdom to us. So beautiful. And coming to the message, I wanted to ask one question before I wanted to share, Andy. Have we discussed about Master Dronacharya, or is his message coming in the coming messages?
I think we don't have Master Dronacharya.
No, we don't have. Okay.
I think. I'm not
I'm
sure,
great.
but 90% I think that he is not there.
Okay.
As
Okay.
Master.
Oh, yeah. At least I don't recollect his messages, and I'm thinking maybe in the future, if there is anything, I'm sure he might have answered about Ekalavya if there is a message. And I felt we all think like we are all infinite beings. And where is that infinite coming? These lessons have teach us, if one door is closed, there is no stopping. Another door open, or another door open. And here I felt selfishness is the master, where Dronacharya, in the form of him, he sent out Ekalavya, and then Ekalavya opened the door, opened his inward journey. So every obstacle that we get is a great master that we have to explore. Selfishness, greed, jealousy, whatever forms, and this is the reality in this current world that we always see when we go outdoors. And then Ekalavya didn't complain here. He just opened, he just did meditation. He said, I'm having meditation. I will go inward. And the moment he went inward, another master appeared. And it was a great thing that we all should learn, understand that it's not only the physical essence. When we journey inward with that trust that we are going to learn no matter what, we are surely going to learn. And we have to drop all the logical thinking that how can we learn? No, there is no how. There is only learning. And the way that Ekalavya learned, he completely trusted his journey and he gained a mastery. So he's a true master. And for me, I felt it's not just Ekalavya. We are all spiritual beings living in this body to have human experiences. So we are all the same. We all have the same source of wisdom. We all have the same source of truth. We are all connected. It's just that in that stage, Gurukul, all these things, it's like there is a saying, when there is a flock of birds, we always see the same birds going together in the same flock. It's just the same. In previous days, we all have Gurukul, and that is what we are establishing by having all these meditation sessions and having this circle of consciousness together, where we keep learning and we open the doors for many others who want to seek meditation, that yes, every person is a master here to teach meditation. And even in meditators, there are no complaints, just like how Dronacharya has showed his selfishness. And that selfishness has turned in another direction. So there is no absolute complaints, no complaints even why meditators are like this, that. Every person has got their own journey. Every person has got their own purpose of why they are here. And the way that you have beautifully said also about the past lives, yes, for sure. In this life, whatever person we meet, whatever direction we go, we keep learning. So thanks a lot, Andy. And last but not the least, I felt this deja vu moment. I don't know why. Like by standing and saying, and I felt like this incident has already, like the discussion has already happened, and it's like a deja vu for me. Thank you so much.
Wow, wonderful sharing, Nima. Thanks. Thank you so much. So many things you shared, no complaints, and yes, selfishness. Master Dronacharya played that role so that this master, um, he became exemplary to the whole world, learning independently. He stands for that. And for that, Master Dronacharya became the instrument. Yeah. And if one door is closed, another door opens. That's the wonderful thing. And it is also like this. Master Ekalavya learned from Master Dronacharya. If he is closing the door, what should I do now? That role Master Dronacharya played. That is also so very great of him. Actually, he was very, very enthralled seeing Master Ekalavya. He really wanted to teach him. He is a great teacher, so his heart went out to teach Master Ekalavya. But again our mind plays, because for us also many times, we are overwhelmed, we our heart opens and our heart flows, but suddenly in this worldly things, again we apply our mind, our fear comes, jealousy comes, and whatnot, all these come, and there, yeah, we sometimes fail, but it's okay, we'll again stand up and again proceed and progress. Yes, and he's really a great teacher, Master Dronacharya. This is Master Ekalavya's perspective, that he wanted to convey what selfishness can do and what a student can do in whichever and whatever situation. A student, if he has the drive to learn, that fire to learn, he can learn anything underneath the sky. That is the I am really fond of Master Ekalavya, so I'm loving it today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nilima. Yes, yes, Master Priya.
Namaste, namaste,
Namaste.
masters.
Namaste.
Actually, yeah, I was hearing to this narration, and it was very, very profound. Thank you for sharing, and it's really very insightful, right? There are many things to learn. However,
Yes.
what I read through some, it's not just scriptures, multiple books probably from,
Hmm.
and also like. Dronacharya actually he was selfish not to make Arjuna prominent, and he was selfish because he didn't want Ekalavya to be Ashwatthama's friend. He was very much possessive about his possessiveness, or he was very concerned about Ashwatthama because he was very close friend to Duryodhan, and Duryodhana was grabbing all very nice people who have nice qualities towards Kauravas, so that to make his strengthen his army, right? Always he wanted to defeat
Hmm.
Pandava, and they had many plans to kill them, and so
Yeah.
on. So
Hmm.
that was his main reason that Ekalavya should, if he would have got Ekalavya into Gurukul, then
Hmm.
he would be definitely very close to Duryodhan and also Ashwatthama. So he wanted to save Ashwatthama from, being friendly with Duryodhan, and Ekalavya is very powerful, and it wouldn't have been. It would be very difficult for to defeat that army, and also like adding power to adharma. So that is the reason it was shown that he the way they have projected, I'm not very sure about Arjuna, but however, like yeah, Arjuna was not enlightened because he was new soul. He was
Yeah.
just individuated from gods, and the only person like Kauravas, Duryodhan, and also Karna. Karna's was it was his last life, and that was his test for enlightenment. So throughout Mahabharata, if you see, Dronacharya was trying to save his son Ashwatthama. He had to fall in, Adharma way with Draupadi's Vastraran. But otherwise, this Ekalavya's chapter, he did its sole purpose to divide Ashwatthama from, getting closer to Duryodhan, and also Ekalavya getting closer to Duryodhan. He wanted to bring a wall between them. That is what my thoughts are. Again, message is a
No, no, no.
message. Yeah, it is very true. It could be, yeah, there could be a reason. Maybe if there would have been a message, I wish there would have been a message from Dronacharya, Arjuna, and definitely. But I don't know, like, because as far as I have read about Arjuna, he's down to earth, and he has absolute control of his senses. He was not towards envious or any kind of senses, but he was much into the competition. Yeah, that was always there in that system of Gurukul. He was competent, equally competent with Karna and Ekalavya and all Maharathis. They're called as Maharathis,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
So that is how it is. Again, yeah, it's very nice to know. Yeah, very nice.
Thank you for sharing
Thanks
your
for sharing. Yeah.
knowledge and wisdom. Yes, absolutely. This is according to the message. In the message, it was given that whatever Master Ekalavya told, I just delivered.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, because it is passed on from ages. So there are some changes, obviously, and some truths might not be revealed also. But here it is one more aspect also, Priyaji.
Mhm.
Ekalavya belonged to a lower caste, uh, and uh,
Exactly. Same
and
thing happened with Karna when he
Karna
rejected,
also,
and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And in that time, caste used to play a great role. So
yeah.
that might also be the reason, and whatever it might be, here a message is being shared, so it
But
is
the way he learned astrally was very profound, actually.
good, very good.
Very, very, very nice.
Yes,
How he meditated and he got this skill without, he through the power of thoughts, he imagined his guru and then prayed and, very nice.
yes, and the many meditators are there here in our pyramid society also, who are astrally connected and learning the whole knowledge. And we have seen Dana Mariam Madam and how she downloaded all the information, and many masters, Ananda Karunesh ji, and what? Yeah, thank you, Priya ji.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mrs.
all these things are to be considered, but the message from the message we have to, as you rightly said, we just uh, understand what the enlightenment that master is giving. So thank you so much for expressing your views, and thanks a lot, because to show, and we should have a 360-degree view always. Thank you.
Thank you, Masters.
Yes, Nilima, I think there
Yes.
are no more sharings. Thank you. Sorry for the extended time. It is a very long message, and I can't break it into two parts. There will be a continuous flow when we complete that. So I had to
Yeah,
take
there
this.
is a purpose for everything, Auntie. So, but thank you so much for the patience and your conviction to deliver the message. That was like this lot of learning from this message. And thank you so much for bringing for this journey.
And thank you, Nirima. And one more thing here, Master Ekalavya also tells that he says the word, here the word handicapped is used, but I can understand it means the challenge, physical challenge which people have. So people need not become demotivated, because each and every body has some physical challenges. It might be a huge one, or it might be a minor one. And a physical challenge cannot let us down. And we should inevitably progress and progress and progress by finding out means and ways and means. That's what he encourages us in this message. And he says that this physical challenge they only brought for themselves. And with that physical challenge, they want to live, and they want to show to the world that what all they can do in spite of that physical challenge. And many friends who are physically challenged, they are proving themselves a lot, and they are better human beings, and they project them, they in their due course of lifetime, they are showing their inner potential. So with lot of respect to them, and I really thank them for being so very exemplary. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, Neelima, let us end.
Okay, yes, yes. Thank you, Auntie.
Yeah.
So thank you.